Alright, good morning. Today we're going to be finishing up our engine mounts, and yeah, it's gotten cold again. We've got our radio in, a couple other, like a bilge pump and all that kind of stuff. We're going to get that installed hopefully today. But let me show you what we're going to start with first, these engine mounts. Boat day. Alright, so we got our new fiberglass in here, and it's just like I said, a little cold out today, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit it with a heat gun. It's kicking that off real fast, so just making sure it gets done. Alright, last little bit of plumbing we got to do here, planning out. So, sorry, that is 27 inches.
It's going to have to bend
to the seawater inlet and with bends, and then let's say 13 inches of rise, 27, and 13 is 40 inches, and we're going to do that in 1.25 hose. So just say 4 foot. And then we'll hard pipe it off that side down to where the water pump is at. There's the water pump. We'll do a hard pipe here. So make that like 3.5 foot.
1.25.
3.5 feet of hard PVC. What size? It's 1.5
inches, but if we're going to try to put the hose right on top of the PVC, then we would use 1.25.
Okay.
But if we're going to put a barb, we would have to use 1.5 inches, I'm guessing.
1.5 inches, 1.25. All right, we'll look at the Tygon and see how that fits over. And then it'll go from there to here as
1.5
1.5. And that's an 1.25 inlet with a 1-inch hose barb. And we need to up that to 1.5 inch hose barb.
Yeah, on the bottom one.
This one will have to be a 1.25 inch hose barb, but we're going to do a U-turn, bring it down, and our transmission cooler will be over here, mounted up on this wall. And then it'll turn and go down and into our exhaust. All right, so say hi, Jimmy.
Hello.
All right, he's in there. This is where the exhaust comes out of our boat. We've got this fitting that goes up inside there like that, and that's the exhaust tip. And we've got some new stainless hardware that'll hold that in. And we're going to go ahead and mount that up now. Put some sealant on there, and then the stainless hardware. So give me just a second. Alright, so we got our sealant on there, and Jimmy's putting the nylox on the back side. Which one are you going to do first, Jimmy? The top?
The one that's moving your bottom left.
My left, I mean?
Yeah.
Ready? We'll come back and tighten them here in a second. All right, 2 more to go. It's our custom exhaust. Speaking of custom exhaust, we had the one exhaust pipe that went underneath the bell housing there, but it hit the walls. So we've got the flexible exhaust, and we're just gonna make our own. Got to make a cut here on your old chop saw. So that's our old pipe. We used the flanges from it, the flares, and then we cut to increase the degree of the turn. Let's see if I can focus on that. We cut a bunch of wedges out of it and then re-welded it, and then I've got it measured right there. There's our cut. So we're going to cut that right now. Alright, so we got that new piece of exhaust plumbed. Goes down underneath the bell housing, kicks forward, comes up to that little hole right there. So we're going to lower the engine, hopefully for the last time, and see how it sits. Here we go. I'm going to pass it off to Jimmy. Alright, it's down. Chain hoist is removed. I'm about to impact in these bolts that hold it down. Shaft is all aligned. And then Jeff is running the fuel lines back to our tank. So, a couple more steps. So here is our new downpipe for our exhaust. Connects up to the rubber boots and heads out the boat. There's one on the port, one on the starboard. This is the port side here. And there's the tailpipe as it comes into the boat. It's all welded up. This gets a V clamp there, and then this right here is where our cooling water gets put into the exhaust. All right, Jimmy, what do we do?
Put some soap on and heated it up, and got this one on, trying to get this connected.
So that gets a V band. That's where our water connects into to cool the exhaust. Dual exhaust, all set up. Another part we're printing here for the boat. This is the throttle linkage. So this will connect our push-pull cable to the throttle of the engine. And yeah, just starting. It's only going to take 35 minutes. Not too bad for homemade parts. I want to say this part was $10. So I could have bought a whole roll of plastic for that price. Throttle and shifter handles. Working on here, guys.
We are sanding the steps for the.
We got Hunter, Paxton, James. Keep it up. Alright, so we're going to test out the steering. Jeff's in the back there. All I've got to do is spin the wheel of fortune here. It's got a fill plug here. So I'm going to hand off to Alex. Go ahead and walk down there and see how we do. We're going to turn to the right.
To the yes.
Steer right. So the cylinder should compress.
Paxton, leave.
Okay, stop.
Did it move?
Okay, now keep going.
Oh, it got tight. Tough to.
Alex, you have the alcohol.
No, I don't. I might need the key. Go ahead and pause, Alex.
Right or left? To the right. Right, left. Go back to the right.
Alright, so we got the engine all plumbed in. And now we're kind of fitting this last little bit around here. We're really close to be able to take this thing out in the water. Last thing we're needing is this V, it's called a V-band. Hooks those two pieces together, and they do go together. This side comes up and over. It's got a, there's our cooler for our transmission in there. This is our raw water filter just below the deck here. So, on all the plumbing, let me see if I can show you some of that plumbing. We brought it in, comes in down there, and we've got that little fitting there. We ended up putting a thermostat heat sensor right there so we know what the temperature of the water is. Comes around down there. Again, into our auxiliary pump and back out. And it brings raw water up into this heat exchanger. That's for the oil. And then I guess we could probably just put our other heat sensor thermal in that thermal well right there. Alright. Keep going. Alright, starting to button everything back up. Here's the original cover. And we have to do a little bit of fiberglassing, probably get some angle iron in there because this will need to attach to that bottom plate, and then we'll have to figure out how to hinge it. And as you can see, this right here is a little squishy, so we'll need some reinforcement under there. But all the deck plates are back down and everything fits just perfect. Okay, we're doing a little bit of wiring here. This is going to be our key down here, and then this, let's see here, this one here will be our glow plug, and this one here will be our engine start. So key on, it gives 12 volts to the fuel cutoff, glow plug for 15 seconds, and at 10 seconds then I can push the engine start and have it start. Here in a second we're going to try and bump the starter just from this button. Steering's all put back together, and we got the shifter put back together, except for I've got to come up with this angled spacer to fit in there. Okay, let's we're gonna roll the switch. We're gonna be looking for power over here.
Solenoids. I heard the solenoid engage.
All right, back to the drawing board.
Did we ever hook that?
We're gonna take 2 here. Switch is on. And we got lights now. So we should be able to push this and look at that happen. Something's working, but it's not. Take 3. Cool.
Okay, so we had it all wired.
All right. Battery switch is on. We got power. And that works. Should we, are we in neutral? What are we in? We're in neutral. Okay. Throttle's down. Should I try it?
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,